Those are those muscles that write and eat. When you write your name, you're using speed muscles. When you eat your dinner, you're using speed muscles. They're the small, defined muscles. They have the greatest sensitivity and the greatest feel. This makes us different. This differentiates us from other beings on this earth, that ability to do things with these hands. They're remarkably skilled instruments. So why do you grab a baseball bat like a club and grip them off like this and flare your elbows and swing the bat with your shoulders, when this is the most sensitive instrument we have, and it lets the bat work? And so what we say, if we get relaxation at the power base and the hands stay relaxed, then we can keep the speed muscles working, and that's what hinges the bat and lets it work, are the hands and the forearms, hitting his elbows down. So gear number 3 comes up at this particular point. It is the launching area where you have your arms as levers. We call it the lever assembly. We reach the power base, the back knee triggers. Distance between the elbows is important. Your hands can be almost anywhere in this area, this launching area, as long as they have some degree of relaxation. And we're going to be able to stay in our fingers and forearms so that our speed muscles can be utilized to swing the bat. We're making a lot of assumptions now, aren't we? We're assuming we're able to arrive here with proper body mechanics. But when we get here, can we let the bat travel? Now we need to get a little deeper into it. And this sometimes gets a little complicated. But there are 4 areas, the lever assembly being the real important part of the swing area, that we use as checks and balances. And as we often say, all theory is wasted unless you can translate it into feel. You must at some point as an athlete take an idea, work on it, drill on it, and then it must become feel. You must feel it, all right? And you must feel those speed muscles function. You ready to move in that direction? Gear number 3, lever assembly. We talked just earlier about a definition. Let's repeat it as close as we possibly can. Hitting is a series of body arcs, each containing centrifugal force, remaining under control until the hands release automatically. Let's help you understand that a little bit. As we stride, we load. The back knee trigger starts this circular action, and it starts feeling, the body starts feeling force moving away from it. That's centrifugal force. The first and most important part is the back elbow. It's the first power collector in the lever assembly. It sits right here, and it must stay in this position and collect and control power and control centrifugal force. Its responsible pressure point is the palm of the hand. This is the power collector. This is where the pressure is felt, is in the palm of the top hand of the hitter, be he right or left-handed. Pressure point number 2 is the lead wrist of the hitter, being right here at a flat state. That wrist cock right here will let the bat travel. All this things that we're doing with lever assembly and speed muscle drills is to let the bat travel. How do we do it? Well, this is power accumulator or power collector number 2. Where that is felt is in the 3 fingers, the pressure point is in the 3 fingers of the lead hand. So we have power collector 1, the pressure point 1, power collector 2, pressure point 2. All right? Good. At that particular point, that's a part of the lever assembly. Now, it's going to differ with the different guys, right? Because we're built differently. Different strokes for different folks. So I'm going to take that into account as I work with hitters. No doubt about that. Each guy is going to be allowed to build his own stroke. We're just going to have all these common denominators that we're working off of. And we'll make the individual adjustments as we go through with you. Power collector number 3 is in the top hand at the index finger. All right, well, let's make it the Y. That's what we call the Y of the top hand. Instead of at the index finger, call it the Y. Power collector number 3 is the Y. That's where you feel the collection of energy as you move the bat to the ball. You're going to feel this. Now, the pressure point is the index finger. You're going to feel that pressure on that index finger. I have my hitters tell me, yeah, Coach, finally I understand what you're saying. As I move the lever assembly to the ball, I can feel that pressure point right there, right? Yes. And if you lay it down, you lose that pressure point, and you lose that lever assembly. Good. Attaboy. Now you're getting an understanding or a feel. You're beginning to interpret what we're saying. So we're down. We're into number 3, the power collector being the Y of the top hand, the pressure point being the index finger. Power collector number 4 is the lead arm. Not only so much the forearm, but the lead arm as well to the shoulder, because it absorbs the movement of all this centrifugal force. In the back elbow, in the lead wrist, in the index finger, power collectors and pressure points are beginning to make themselves felt at this particular point. These are all being controlled here. And the arm itself, which is an extension of the bat, serves as power collector number 4, and we could call that the master power collector, really, because it collects all the power in the previous 3. And the pressure point is right here underneath the arm. Now, when we work in drill, you'll have an opportunity to work on each of these power collectors in a drill with a specialized bat to make you feel number 1 and to make you feel pressure point number 1. Power accumulator number 2, pressure point number 2. Power accumulator or power collector number 3, pressure point number 3. Index finger, where the bat makes contact with the hand, where the pressure point is felt by the body. And power collector number 4, pressure point number 4. So we have a specialized bat for this one, this one, this one, and we have a pad that we put under here for the 4th one. And you're going to have an opportunity to go through those repeatedly. What we're trying to do is make you understand that we've all gotten here in good shape. When the stride trigger, now we have a lever assembly established, and we're understanding how we feel. We feel the power collectors at work. We feel the resulting pressure points as they move toward the hitting area. Now, how does the lever assembly work? It works as gear number 3, so clearly it starts its action after the back knee triggers, and yet they are very close together. Remember, we're talking about milliseconds, fractions of seconds.